Julio Kaplan is from Puerto Rico, and he's famous because he was world junior champion in the 60s. He's also famous because he's one of the few non-GMs to play in San Antonio 72, which had Karpov, Petrosian, Portish, and those were the weak players. It was a tough tournament. Walter Brown, etc., mainly etc. And Julio Kaplan played in that tournament. And this was a very funny game because Alex promoted his king. I always tell you to activate your king in the end game. If I ever gave chess lessons again, I would use this game. So obviously it's a sharp Sicilian. That's how Scherzer likes it. Sharp and Sicilian-y. G4 is named after your favorite Estonian grandmaster. And we have a note here with his picture on it. It's right behind us.
Okay, but just tell me who.
You don't know who?
No.
He's the only one you've heard of.
Estonian.
Yeah, we have money with his picture on it.
Okay, that's not going to
Paul
help.
Keres.
Oh, I do remember the money.
Yeah, that's called the Keres attack.
Yeah.
Okay, G4. Rawr.
I remember that money.
Okay, and then G5, etc. Okay. And, you see how Scherzer's playing. He's playing like Scherzer, right? You can tell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, now what's funny is Kaplan neutralizes White's attack, and Scherzer just keeps pushing all of his pawns. He literally didn't care. Figuratively he did, but not literally. So Kaplan's trading pieces, always play king b1, h5, h6, threatening checkmate. Knight d5, it's the same trick as the Larson
I know,
game.
I was thinking.
So it's queen d8 again. And then he's like, 2 bishops, what else? Now, he made a positional concession to get material. The engine agrees. And in this position, the engine plays f3, but Scherzer never played f3 because he knew after he died I would lecture on his games. So he played bishop g2 defending his pawn because this pawn's indefensible, but this pawn can be defended. Knight c5. Okay, now in this position, this is why f3 was better. Then I could just take on d6. Now when I take on d6, I lose my e4 pawn. So it's not as good. Okay, now this position is better for white, and it's very easy to say why. I can explain it very simply. I could say white has the only open file, but I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is both sides have pawn majorities, and white's better on both sides of the board. White's pawn majority can eventually become a queen, and black's pawn majority is stuck. Black, because the en passant rule. Black's pawns can't move. Black's king is less safe. He can get mated on the back rank. So black's much worse here. The engine says +1 for white.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so he attacked the c pawn, and Scherzer saw it. Got rid of the e5 pawn.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, and now white advances his majority, whereas black cannot. Move it on up to the queen's side. On up. Finally gonna make him resign.
I think Silman calls it the deep freeze.
Right, now rook here is going to be mate. So you have to play bishop d7 because you can't allow rook d8 check. Mm-hmm. Then the king moves up. That's the zoogiest wang I've ever seen. That's what she said. The engine announces mate. So if you play a3, the only move you can play that doesn't lose material, I move my rook back. Doesn't matter where. And you can't move. If you move your bishop, rook d8 check. If you move your king, rook takes bishop. If you move your rook, I take it. And that's it. You can't move anything else. So after king b7, he resigned. But I like the way Scherzer pushed all his kingside pawns. Then he couldn't push them anymore, so he pushed his c pawn. He's like, what else can I do?
That's pretty cool.
That was a devastating strategical victory. That was in 1988 also at the World Open. Go, Alex.
All these games are